IFR stands for Instrument Flight Rules. This is when the conditions are less than the minimums for visual flight rules or marginal visual flight rules. These rules for IFR are in effect when the visibility is below 3 statute miles or the ceilings are less than 1,000 feet, except when you're in special VFR conditions, but you'll learn more about that one in flight school. According to the FAA's Instrument Flying Handbook, they define IFR as rules and regulations established by the FAA to govern flight under conditions in which flight by outside visual reference is not safe. IFR flight depends on flying by reference to instruments in the flight deck, and navigation is accomplished by reference to electronic signals. It is also a term used by pilots and controllers to indicate the type of flight plan an aircraft is flying, such as IFR or VFR flight plan. The pilot needs to have an IFR rating in order to operate under an IFR flight plan, or to fly when the weather conditions are less than VFR, except special VFR, or when flying in Class Alpha airspace above 18,000 feet. And that pilot must also get ATC clearance when they file an IFR flight plan. Let's quickly review going back to this chart. Green meaning VFR, you've got more than 5 statute miles visibility and the ceilings are more than 3,000 feet. Marginal visual flight rules will be in blue. This represents 3 to 5 statute mile visibility, and the ceiling has now gotten worse. It's between 1,000 and 3,000 feet. As the conditions decline, red representing IFR, now the visibility is less than 3 statute miles and the ceiling is less than 1,000 feet. Keep in mind the rating is valid for the pilot's lifetime, but you'll have to get an instrument proficiency check called an IPC every 6 months to stay current and keep your currency. I'd highly recommend you get the IFR rating added to your pilot certificate. Most employers, when you're moving forward, they're going to want to see that you have IFR training. It doesn't necessarily have to be current. Yes, that's preferred, but the employer just wants to see that you've had the knowledge and you've had the training at some point, and it's great to have that on your resume so you can land that job.